Alright guys, so find 5-3 loft cosines in your packet. For everyone. You're gonna need your calculator again today, guys, so this is a whole unit for you to use your calculator. I think it's the only unit I'll use.
Those calculators.
Alright guys, you ready? Close. There you go. Alright guys, so loft cosines, it's actually simpler than loft sines because there's not the like rope tree type problem. You're never going to have to figure out how many triangles there are, you just solve for what's there. So you do have some more formulas. The first one is going to be a squared equals b squared plus c squared minus 2bc cosine of angle A. Okay, this is like, you know, your basic triangle. There's no special way to write it other than side A is across from angle A, side B is across from angle B, side C is across from angle C, okay? With your formula, you notice how little a over here, that matches angle A on this side, and then in the middle it's the other two letters. So let's see if you can figure it out. What if I start with b squared on the left? What do you think that's going to equal? Okay, I heard mumbles of a squared plus c squared, and then what? Okay. Cosine of b. You guys see it? Okay. So then your last one, if I start with c squared, what's that going to equal? So yes, it's 3 different formulas, but if you know one, do you know all of them? Okay. Give a second, make sure you have those straight. How are you guys doing with the end of the quarter? Okay? Overwhelmed? Oh dear, we just laughed. Is it that bad?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
I feel like you guys are crazy. You feel like when you're not the other, like you just go home.
No, today's really not that hard.
Okay. I have something 2 times in a row. Maybe we can bring this closer back.
Just have more quizzes. Okay, guys, let's look at number 1. It doesn't really matter how I draw this. I'm in the habit of putting the angle I know in the bottom left, so that's why I did this. You just need to then make sure that side B is across from angle B, side C is across from angle C. You have 2 sides in an angle, but do you guys see how this is not an ASS problem? What is this called? Side angle side? Yeah, SAS. Okay? So that's one of the situations when you use law of cosines, is if it's an SAS problem. And if you ever forget, when you get to the test, if you're like, oh, I don't know if I should use law of sines or law of cosines, just try one of them, and if you have more than one variable, that is not the one you should use. Okay, so just if you forget, you'll know once you start the problem if it's the right way or the wrong way. All right, I know angle A, right? So I should use the formula that has angle A in it. So I'm going to do A squared. I'm going to write the whole formula just for practice for you guys. Equals B squared plus C squared minus 2BC cosine of S. So A squared equals 11 squared plus 18 squared minus 2 times 11 times 18 cosine of 47. All right, you need your calculator. Key that in. We're going to go 3 decimal places for everything today. Yes. Please do this all at once. Do not do 11 squared is 121 and write that down. And then 18 squared, and just key it all in one nice step. That's all you got to do. I'll pull my calculator up here in a second. 3. And guys, you should be getting 13.226. Okay, if you got a really big number, you probably forgot to take the square root.
Oh.
Yep, that's. So let's see. Let me do it real quick. So 11 squared plus 18 squared minus 2 times 11 times 18. I did times 1. The other one did not show up. I'm not in degrees. We'll get there. Okay, and then square root that answer. You guys remembering how to use your answer key? Okay, so we had 13.226, right? I want you to store that as A. I know it's a little a this time, but I still want you to store as A. All right, so we're okay with that, right? All right, let me go back to the other one. And... Yep. So we have little a, 15.226. Okay. You now have to find either angle B or angle C. I highly recommend that if you start a problem with law of cosines, you finish the problem with law of cosines. Yes, you have enough information, you could switch to law of sines, but it can mess you up. Inverse sine will never give you an obtuse angle, and so you can run into problems if you switch from law of cosines to law of sines. So just be safe. Save the law of cosines. All right? So, what do you want to find next, B or C? B, okay. So let's look at it. That'd be B squared equals A squared plus C squared minus 2AC cosine of B. That's the formula, right? Do you guys have that memorized already? No? Close? Yeah? You probably will by the end of this. All right. Now let's think about it. I'm solving for angle B, so that means this is what I'm trying to get by itself. So let's look at what we would have to do algebraically to get that alone. How would I get the a squared over to this side? Subtract it. How would I get the c squared over there? Subtract it. Then how do I get all of this negative 2ac over there? Divide. Okay, I know there's a negative here, but you can't add it to the other side. Divide, because it is this times cosine b. So what we're looking at is b squared minus a squared minus c squared over negative 2 times a times c. And that's going to equal cosine of b. So on your calculator, pull that up here for you again. If you have a new-ish calculator, I would use the fraction key. The shortcut for that is alpha y equals. And then just type in your fractions. So that was, we're doing b, right? So 11 squared minus, we stored a, right? So minus a squared minus 18 squared divided by negative 2 times a times 18. If you have an older calculator where you can't do the fraction key, you're going to have to use a lot of parentheses, and if you're stuck, I'll come help you. So you should be getting the decimal 0.793737. If you are not getting that, raise your hand. Please let me know. You should get that decimal. Guys, is that decimal your angle? No. What do you think you have to do with that? All right, so inverse cosine of that. Are you getting 37.464? Yes? Should I store that? Yeah, I'm going to store that as B. Well, and you're going to just subtract, but it's easy to subtract with B in there. Okay, so to get angle C, you could do law of cosines again, or what else could you do? Yeah, you know there's 180 degrees, so I'll do 180. Minus 47 minus A or B. What do you think? B, exactly. That's the angle you found. And so your third angle there is 95.536. Okay. So B was 37.464. All Alright guys, please ask if you are not getting these values on your calculator. It's not just going to all of a sudden get easier if you aren't getting the numbers on your calculator, okay? Like just, I'm sure there's something very simple. I'm happy to show you. Did you get them with the practice? Yeah.
I can't see it. Is B, is that 37 or 50?
37. Still no glasses.
Still no glasses. We're working on it.
Okay.
I feel like if everybody in this class would wear one hair to letter, cake,
We can start to that.
like if you know my dad, like he would be like, guys, like we got it.
Gail and
Gail and Dad.
Please help her.
Yeah. Yeah. For Instagram.
Alright guys, so number 2. What do you think? Is this one side angle side again? No, what is this one? Side, side, side. Yes. So again, it doesn't really matter where you put these. 7, 5, 12, 8, 6. So SSS is the other time that you use log cosines. So SSS, SAS, a lot of S's. That's when you use log cosines. So I want you guys to try this one. You're going to find angle A, angle B, and angle C. I'll give you some time here. I'll be walking around. If you're stuck at all, let me know. I'll record your quizzes real quick. Okay. You can jot the formulas down. They're just working on the second example. And three decimal places for all of them. Yep.
Yeah, but does it really go?
No, like if you mess up, if you log on, then you're gonna just be off when you do So the way you either already have it'll only find the area, so that's why because when you swing that side over, it'll make it second. You really don't want to have two no, in the given. All right, guys, let me jot down answers. Look up when you're ready to check. Make sure we're doing okay. How are we doing on those? Good. Try number 3.
I always know. I'm first. No, I still think it's to, but then I said, oh my god. Oh, because I prayed. not effective at all anymore when it's just strategy.
These are all words.
And I got
All of those things were under a pistol. And everything else is like 15. What other thing like that? And like that was not ethical.
It's not even great. Yeah, making sure it sounds like the podcast itself, not our reflection.
Then we're gonna get out of these two.
Is a reflection. If you want us to quote the podcast, like the actual podcast. Yeah, exactly. That makes no sense. Like the podcast is so long.
And then I leave for every like transition was so smooth. Like I was so precise about the No, no,
Why did they final shots? Like, why is it funny about it? I don't understand. Well, the different little
yeah, like I think I kind of think it was like I'm going back. Like, you can't do anything. I'm going back.
Oh, no. There we go.
Everybody's on number 3, right? Or done with number 3?
Yeah, I don't use mine.
But still, like I know I have.
I really was not trying to say
I know, like that's the only I That wasn't the same time. All right. I'll take this.
no, you have to recognize it. So, if you look at like this one, here you have angle C, but you don't have side C. That means it's SAS. If you had angle C and one of these was side C, and okay. And when you draw the picture, hopefully you can see like, oh, SAS. Are you guys done with 3 or do you need a minute?
One day I'll
One day replace your bed. Yeah,
No, I was driving for about a month but I mean, they were back there
if you ask police officers when there's like one with binoculars and the other one next to them flagging people over, they're checking to see like as people drive up. It happens all the time. Where it's like 35. That's why they have the binoculars. Like they're looking, they watch from a ways away. Because then if they're distracted behind you, they can see on that.
What are you doing? No.
You let me know if it passes the inspection.
what happens if you take it from and it doesn't pass the inspection? It's they're not letting you drive it until
Like they, I remember if they were fix it, they give you paperwork saying, fix it.
she's had better than
Yeah.
No, she didn't. It's something about driving. I
still stop.
First one, you took me.
All right, guys, look up here, number 3. How'd we do? Give me a thumbs up, good. Head nod, something. Any part of this you need me to go through? Do we feel pretty good about loft cosine?
Yeah.
Okay. You guys, when do we use it? Which 2 times? All the S stuff. Side, 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 and side angle side. Okay. Okay, turn the page. We have to do area now too. Which simple. Okay, so let's go back to what you know. You guys know how to find the area of a triangle, right?
Base times height.
Okay, 1/2 base times height. We know this, correct? Okay. So let's think about our little triangle here. Let's say that's the triangle I wanted to find the area. Do I know the height right now? No, okay. The height, remember, is this guy. It's that perpendicular distance. If I wanted to find the height, how could I do that? With like sine, cosine, tangent, what could I do?
You believe sine of A equals H over C.
Good. Sine of angle A equals H over C. And then if I solve that equation for H, what would H equal?
C sine.
C sine A. You multiply both sides by C, right? Hear that? Okay. So let's go back to our original formula here. So we'll have area equals 1/2. Which side here is the base of my triangle? So my area formula would be 1/2 B, and then what did I just solve height to be? C times sine of A, right? So if you are given side angle side, that is sort of a shortcut for you to find the area. If you forget it, you can certainly go through the process of finding the height and then 1/2 base times height. This just has the finding the height in the formula for you. So that is the formula if you know angle A. So 1/2 BC sine of A. What do you think the formula is if you know angle B? Look, the angle A, I know the 2 sides that were involved were then B and C. So what if the angle is B? What are the 2 sides going to be? Yeah, so it's going to be 1/2 AC sine of B. What do you think the last version is going to be? Okay, 1/2 AB. Again, 3 formulas, but if you know one, you know the rest. Right? See it? That is if you have side angle side. If you have SSS, we have another formula. It's called Heron's formula. Area equals the square root of S times S minus A S minus B times S minus C. So all of that is under your square root. S is equal to the semi-perimeter. What'd you have? S times S minus A times S minus B times S minus C. And then semi-perimeter. So guys, what's a semicircle? Half a circle. So what do you think the semi-perimeter is? Half the perimeter. There you go. Okay? And that's if you know all three sides. Alright, so let's try one. If we look at the first one here, if I draw my triangle, I'm going to put C down here. So guys, when you look at that, is that SAS, SSS, something different? What do you see? It's SAS, right? So for my area, I'm just doing 1/2 times 11 times 27 times the sine of 52. Key that in, see if you get the same. Okay? Pretty easy? Okay? Easy enough on the first one. Okay, second one. SAS, SSS, something else? What do you think? Side, side, side. Try it. Think about what's going on in this problem. This one might be a trick problem. Semi-perimeter? Okay, what's a semicircle? Circle, so we think semi-perimeter. So find the perimeter first, then dimension. Yeah, guys, when you do this, are you getting like square root of a negative?
Yeah.
Okay, yes, that's a problem. That should not be happening. So let's look at it. My two shorter sides are 10 and 12. The longer side is 30. Do you remember anything from geometry about this? Most people are like, geometry? The two shorter sides, when you add them together, they have to be bigger than the third side. Is 10 plus 12 bigger than 30? No. So if you recognize that right away, you can just say, oh, no triangle, like, I'm done with this. It's not an ASS, no triangle, it's just, this doesn't work, okay? If you don't see it right away, when you start doing Heron's formula, if you get an imaginary number, probably because the triangle doesn't exist, okay? So, try number 3. This one should work out a little better for you. That's also an SSS, right? Again, the angle I know, but then it does not matter with the A.
It's not also possible that it
Yeah. Okay, go ahead. How are we doing, guys? Not yet, okay. How are we doing? Not yet. Okay. Yep. Don't ask me yet. Yeah. You shouldn't on this one.
Yeah, 28 minus 30, not 20 minus 26. Oh no,
All right, guys, what did you get for the area for number 3? Yes. Troubles? Okay, let's see. All right, guys, try number 4 for me. If you look at that, I see 2 angles on the side, right? Okay, so let's think about this. I'm going to draw a little picture. Number 4? Is this what your number 4 says? Did you do number 3? I'm confused. All right. I still see the thing for this now. Okay.
So nice. Thank you. I'll show my.
All right. So if you look at this, do I have enough information to do either of the 2 area formulas? No. So I probably need to do law of sines to find a missing piece. Okay? So guys, you know angle B, right? You could find that very, very easily. Okay? So then you could set up law of sines with angle B over 27. And then it doesn't matter. You can pick to find C, you can pick to find A. You do not need to find both of them. Because let's say you find A over here. Then do you see you would have this side angle side going on right here? Okay. So try. I want to see if you can get through this one. So you figured it out, Kayla?
Yeah,
Okay.
I forgot the S.
Oh, well yes. That matters. It's key.
I know. Now I can. Thanks everyone for writing really appropriate things on the petition.
You have a petition
Who
yet?
didn't write?
No, what's your petition?
Oh, for media classes.
Oh, nice.
Someone started, I think.
Miss Dillian, you should sign.
I should.
No, that's really thoughtful. Yeah, why shouldn't you?
I don't know, I just spent.
I'm so sorry.
Designing tattoos.
Did you write your number?
Oh, yes, I did.
I like that. No. So, since you made it big, I will that out.
Hey guys, you're using an answer you found, right? So what do you think you need to do with that answer? If you have not figured out that you have to store things. Okay, so if you find side A and side
You're asking me.
I don't. No, you're like I'm charity.
I don't know how to feel about that.
This is exciting.
What do you need now? What's your number 50?
It's not like. It's not what. So I don't know. Like it doesn't look good.
So like, because I wouldn't take it. So it doesn't matter.
Guys, don't jump to 5 yet.
Keep going. You just find one of your
Excuse me. Definitely when you step. One 20.403. Ask Elliot about rounding.
Yeah.
It matters. Alright guys, you should be getting 120.403 for number 4. Did we get there? 120.403. Questions? Ellie? Do what? Okay, let me change 5 and then I'll come look at what you typed in. Okay. Alex? Hey guys, quiet down. I can't hear the questions that are being asked, okay? So you're going to find angle B. What was angle B? What, 104? Yes? Alex? Yeah. So what you're doing is sine of 104 over 27 equals sine of 24 over little a. You find little a. Then to do the area, you can do 1/2 times 27 times your stored a times the sine of 52. Okay? Guys, number 5, change little a to little c. Okay, so try number 5. Again, change side A to side C. That makes it not be an ASS problem for you. Change side A to side C. It makes it complicated. I suppose I could have made it a triangle and that would be the area of each triangle. One by just doing it. Was this one pretty straightforward? Yeah. What's it? I won't say anything. I'll wait. Get a break. Okay, look tired of it. Did you see it? So change it to side C. So it's not an A. Side C. Change little a to little c. You know one of them, you know what I mean? Like if you know the first lot cosine one, you know all three. If you know the first area one, you know all three. We've used law signs enough at this point, I think we'll probably So you'll take it like it's a quiz, but then we'll just read it fast so you get the feedback, and it just doesn't really So you'll do fake quiz review, and then
QB1 is still like well, what do we have QB1? I think you should.
see if
I
you
think
know
it's
something.
really off.
After you do all the homework, you probably. All right, guys, did you get 32.678? Okay. All right, if you worked ahead, number 6 is 8.619, but I'm not going to make you do that one right now. All right. Do we feel okay with area? Yes. Okay. So, what you are going to work on right now is I have a puzzle, or like a little, you know, the cheesy math joke worksheet. So there's a log cosine side, and there's an area side, and then homework 5-3, but I'm not having you do all of it.
Can you figure out how to do all?
I'm gonna mix it up to odds. Okay.
It's like for no reason at all.
So guys, I will pass out the puzzle for you here. I will be looking at all of those things next class. The law exercise one
Where do you go to couch? Oh, I was born on
would actually do math.
I don't know. And like, I was born on
What is a plumber's favorite